Ocean City Yu-Gi-Oh!
What's up, everyone from Ocean City Yu-Gi-Oh! I'm here with Gali, who just won our final round here. And Gali, tell us about yourself and your deck and what you were playing tonight.
Yeah, so I was playing Time Thief. I was kind of known for this deck over COVID and like pre-COVID. I had a couple tops with it, and like playing the pure list on like not like just like playing like a couple winders and like a random deck or something like an XYZ deck or like the Raid Raptor deck with this card. I've played like pure Time Thief for a while. It's one of my favorite decks. I just haven't touched it in a while because I don't know. I just never actually put it together. I just had it kind of sitting in one of my deck boxes. So today I saw that today was the 5th anniversary of like the cards being announced. So I said, fuck it, let's play it. So I built it quickly before the tournament. And yeah, we went undefeated. Deck super fun. It actually still competes, but you have to play like really technically. Because like that game 2 against Unchained I played, my end board was literally just like a Redoer, a Cyclone, a Trap, and a DD Crow, and that was enough to like stop him from, or like that was enough to like stop him, which feels really weird. But um, the amount of disruption the deck actually gets for like very little is nice. You just have to like use every disruption optimally. It also has some cool routes because of the Therion cards and like the Sargass and Merrymaker stuff, along with like some of the just new cards that came out. So whenever you're ready, we can get into it.
Yeah, you're good.
All right.
Yeah,
First off,
and you're
Time Thief
you're
engine.
you're also the owner of the Time Thief Facebook group. I'm sure they would love to see this as well.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. So triple winder. This is your Rhoda. You can special summon it by detaching natural Z material. Triple Time Thief Adjuster. This is like the Armageddon Knight. It dumps a monster on summon, or it can special summon itself if you summon another Time Thief monster. So it's like a utility extender. Time Thief Chrono Quarter. This one summons back when XYZ monster leaves the field by card effect. So like the gimmick is like you can tag Redoer out to special summon this back. It's neat. It's okay. I think it's like generally worse than like Bezel Ship, but it comes up to protect you. And I wanted to play multiple names. I kind of regretted it because I drew this card and it sucked every time I drew it. So I'm probably gonna drop down to just one Bezel Ship again. One Bezel Ship. This is one you detach a material from an XYZ to summon it back. This is like way more commonly comes up, but it's not as defensive. It also has a quick effect to attach a monster from your opponent's graveyard to as a material to one Time Thief monster you control. One Time Thief Regulator. This is like what people normally are playing. This is like, in theory, the big extender. All I really use this for is, obviously if you draw it, it's pretty good. I usually just grab it as my follow-up. Because as follow-up, it's way more impactful. Whereas like turn 1, after they like burn their hand trap, if they like burn an Ash on this, it doesn't do anything. So these are all the Time Thief monsters in the main deck I played. It felt like enough. There were sometimes I didn't see them, it sucked, but it's only so much you can do, because obviously the rest of them aren't very good. You don't want to play multiples. This you can, but getting Ashed on this means you pass turn, which feels bad. For the other engines, I played 3 Aratama and 3 Sakitama. The reason for this is a one-card winder, and this is just like this is a one-card Redoer, and this is just a one-card extender. The deck's whole purpose is to like get to Redoer or get to like XYZ plays, especially going second. Just like being able to make a Zeus for one card is enough to like win some matchups. Sakitama is just a free normal summon, so it's just a free extender. Triple Parallel Exceed. This is also another reason I valued these cards over like the Regulator. The idea is, if they like stop the Aratama and you have Exceed, you can still play through anyways. Exceed also works well with the Master Arena, or with just All Mirage, so it can like, it's just a one card rank 4 again, essentially, and if they stop you, just go into this and keep playing. Kind of the whole idea was just to play a lot of one card rank 4s and just help you get to your Redoer as fast as possible. Triple Fenrir, one Rise Heart. The reason this is good is because obviously this is another rank 4 extender that's also like does something. So that's kind of what I was hoping for with all my like level 4 extenders. They just do something else besides just be an extender, so you get more value off every play. And obviously Fenrir is really high value. For non-engine, Triple Ash, Double Mourner, Double Bell for monster hand traps. The rest of the hand traps feel weird. You can play Valor. I'm just not a huge Valor fan. I think that card's just too underwhelming and like doesn't hit as much as like Mourner does, and I don't want to play multiple Mourners. Also play a Therion package of 1 Disc Coliseum, 1 Regulus. Sargass is insane. You can search the Disc Coliseum, search, and then go into Zeus, board wipe them, activate Disc Coliseum, grab Regulus, and you get a 4 material Zeus, so you have 1 more Zeus material. You have the Regulus, and if they do just swing over something, you just get to add the Regulus back. Triple Book of Moon. This card's really nice defensive. One of the reasons like Redoer just can just get killed sometimes by like a card effect, or get impermed. This can help dodge it. Because the bounce on Redoer is like one of your more higher one of your higher impact interruptions, because bouncing top of deck is broken, especially non-targeting. Double time thief retro, double time thief flyback. This is the one that attaches one from the deck. You can banish from the graveyard, and it's a DD Crow. So like specifically versus Fire Chain, which is what I thought I would see more of today. You can banish this from the graveyard and steal their Darunics from their grave, so they just like lose that as a card from now on, because it's just attached to Redoer instead. And then, and this also attaches from deck, so you can go like chain 1 Redoer, chain 2 attach from deck, and then you get the trap. And so if they weren't playing around trap Redoer, they just now have to. One-time thief retrograde. This is the spell and trap negator that equips. I actually didn't resolve this at all today, but this card's in theory really strong. Just when you go first, I think I lost all the dice rolls but one, and the one dice roll I lost, I didn't really pass on anything, so it is what it is. Finally, Triple Shade Brigandine. This is just another sender that turns your Redoer into a trap Redoer. So the idea with that is like turning on trap Redoer is really important, especially going second, because it's now an interruption, but also just a general extender that does something else, kind of the same deal as the rest of them. So that's the main deck. Everything here is just high value. There's a couple changes I want to make. Like I said, I would cut this, and I'd probably cut one Etch Seed, because I only play one way to make it. So any parallel Etch Seeds I draw after that are just dead. And the main deck lineup felt fine. I might consider Prosperity, but I kind of go through the whole extra deck, so it's kind of weird. But yeah, that's the main deck. 40 cards.
Nice. Let's see the extra deck.
Sure. So extra deck, 2 Redoer, 2 Perpetua. The idea behind this is that Redoer is obviously the most important, but Perpetua can just revive Redoer. So Redoer has 3 separate effects on it, essentially, or 4. If it has a monster as a material, it can banish itself till the end phase. If it has a spell as a material, it can draw a card. If it has a trap material, it can bounce a card. I'm sure people know that. It's the top of the deck. The other effect that's nice with it is it steals a card from the top of your opponent's deck. So the reason this Redoer is better in this deck than other decks, even though this deck's amazing, is that because of the cards that synergize, Bezel Ship and Flyback and Retrograde specifically, these cards enable like Redoer to be really strong. So the idea is you just want to make like a Redoer and then get to these cards to protect it when you're going first, and then like anything else besides that is just bonus. But most decks can't kill you through like the Redoer and like Flyback interruptions and Retrograde interruptions, so you can play pretty safe. This equips one from the deck, or attaches one from the deck as a material to the Redoer. So the like gimmick there is that you summon this and you have this and you attach as a material, and you're able to grab whatever material you want. So normally it's just getting more traps and like turning Flyback on. This also summons back from the graveyard, so you can just revive Redoer on your opponent's turn. So if they kill the Redoer, you can bring Perpetua out, revive your Redoer, and then equip it with a trap to bounce one of their cards, and also equip one of the cards from the top of their deck. So it just gives you a lot of like layers of interruption for pretty low committal, especially because, like I said, a lot of your monsters are doing something else at the same time. 1 Evil Storm Nightmare. This card's cool in theory. I never made it, but I was going second most of the time, so it is what it is. 1 Dweller. In theory, this would have been good against Unchained, but again, I went second against Unchained every time. 1 Guarded Magician, 1 Utopic Future, 1 Draco Future. The idea here is that these can revive the Redoer attached. Like this is a 1-card Draco Future for follow-up. So after turn 2, basically, anytime you make a rank 4, you can just turn into Draco Future, which is a 4-material Zeus, or it's just a body that's like really hard to deal with because it's indestructible completely. So no battle or card destruction. So the idea here is that it's just a big guy to summon. It's a 1-card way to make your rank 4 stronger, and Redoer obviously is not doesn't have a number of monsters, so that's all it requires. 1 Merrymaker, 1 Sargass. This is other way you make your 4-material Zeus in this deck, and because this searches the ready list, it's just really high impact. I think most of my games were like one off of this combo specifically, because this forces an interruption by itself, and then you just go into the Zeus afterwards, and it's pretty free to clean it up from there. The 1 Zeus I'll probably play 2. It felt like it would have come up more than like Nightmare did, honestly. So yeah, I'll probably end up playing 2 of those, or even just cutting a Perpetua. And then the Lynx didn't really play many. 1 Almirage, 1 Masquerena. This is like theory good because you get the Perpetua summon back, but I never made it. And then 1 Little Knight. That's the standard stuff. Little Knight plus like Fenrir plus like the Zeus and Therion stuff did a lot of work. It just puts a lot of pressure on the board really easily. So that's actually just 15 cards. Simple. Going to side deck. I played three shifter. I thought this would be pretty good in theory. I never drew it. I actually only drew it when it was bad. Pretty standard shifter stuff. It could
Yeah,
have just been droll.
it's
It probably been the same.
it's definitely a good card in the right matchups if you are able to pull it off. But it just didn't happen to come up this time, I guess.
I felt like
It
I
happened.
could have sided it in all my matchup. I did side it in every matchup. It just I never drew it. The only time I drew it was like turn three when it was already dead. Three crow is like one of the best hand traps this format. Paint really strong card in just in general. It's forces two interruptions generally. Triple cyclone, just spot removal. You're gonna do a lot of matchups in this format.
Especially the
Double.
Unchained matchup there. That was brutal. Being able to when they target the set trap, chain the Cosmic Cyclone.
Yeah, and that damn it kind of turned off his plays because yeah, Cyclone's really strong. Into so many decks this format. I think it's like a mandatory side card. Double Storm and one Feather Duster. I think Storm was lackluster. I was supposed to be playing a Cowboy too, which did come up. I could not find my Cowboy, and I tried to send my kid to go find it because he was the last one who used it, but he didn't know where it was either. So, um, yeah, it is what it is. Deck performed well. I enjoyed it. It's lots of fun to play Time Thief. Obviously, it's a little frustrating because it can be semi-bricky. It just really wants like one more searcher because this card's really good. This card's really good, and then these are just kind of like your garnets. You're like pseudo garnets with the rest of them. So you're just trying not to like see these. These are like your graveyard follow up or like recovery. So it feels kind of awkward when you see the other ones, but overall deck played fine. Just a lot of one card rank fours and like abusing the Time Thief engine, which
Could you show us what the best Time Thief combo would look like?
it's all kind of just like freeform.
It's all okay.
There's not really set combo lines. Like in theory, the best combo line is from Regulator. So it's like Regulator, which summons Redoer, summons uh, her, and then she sends Bezel Ship, and then he adds another. Oh, you can't even special summon her. That's my bad. So she sends that, and then he grabs the negate, and then from there, the way I was kind of doing it is like it feels weird. Otherwise, you can grab the follow up here, but I would go Merrymaker and climb Sargass. Sargass would grab this Coliseum, then detach from here. Doesn't really matter what. And then you can link these into Little Knight. And then just, you'd activate this Coliseum, grab the Duelist, and just special it. And it just gives you a couple interrupts. The idea more isn't that like the deck gets a lot, it's that it just gets a lot of follow-up because like all these have graveyard effects. So it's not an end board deck, it's get a lot of value from all your trades and just keep plussing. It's not really a combo deck, it's like a true combo deck. It has combos, but
I get
it's
what you're
more just like
saying. Yeah.
trying to generate. It generates a lot of value because like this summons back, and then this gets you a search. So another form of interruption.
So you're going for the grind game and
Yeah, that's why I was
the
going to time
giant
a lot.
the big Zeus plays, taking
Yep.
advantage of um each interaction. But
Yeah.
I like it. I've never seen the Time Thief deck before, and it was enjoyable watching it. Like I had to admit, like during the final round, your first game, I had no idea what deck you were playing because all I saw was the hand traps and Fenrir.
Yeah.
But uh,
I only drew like
it's
my hand was so absurd because it was like three hand traps, Fenrir, and then like an Exceed, and then my Exceed got stopped, and I was like, okay, it is what it is. We'll just play like Fenrir control. The problem with just playing Fenrir control is that I never drew like another level 4 the rest of the game, like the rest of the time. Um, they just couldn't do anything. And like this deck is built on the fact that you're supposed to be making level 4. It's just I think it's like 25 ways to a level 4. So the idea is you just have like a million ways to like extend into rank 4s, and if you just draw every other card that's not it's pretty tough.
well, we made it
But
into Well, it was a tie, and then got into that last game of a first ever tie there, and then going into the final game, which we never had before, and winning that game four. So congratulations again, Golly, and until next time, guys. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to Ocean City Yu-Gi-Oh! And Golly, you have any shout outs you'd like to give before we head out?
Yeah, I'm a sponsored player from a team called Team Lunax.
It's
So shout out to my team. They were. I was joking with them that I was gonna play this deck just as the finale, and everyone's like, "Yeah, sure, do it. Why not? It's just locals or like remote dual locals." I was like, "Cool." So, um, yeah, had a lot of
awesome.
fun.
Team Lunex, and yeah, everyone on your Discord too. You're you the owner of the Time Thief for Doer Discord, which I think is pretty cool. For what would you say, it was like 5 years now? It's
Yeah,
been a deck.
the group got traded 5 years. So the sport was announced 5 years ago, and the group got traded when the sport was announced.
That's
Um,
awesome.
Yeah. I really gotta give it to my day ones. Do it for my friendos. My grind, I'm feeling a crescendo. Why not? Give it everything I got. My whole team saying this my shot. Yeah, we got a bond, call it 007. My bar Slurpee in the summer, call it 7-Eleven. I used to hesitate with my cross, had him slipping in heaven. The reverend had to stop by just to check for possession. I don't need a reason, I just do it cause I'm blessed with it. Know your boy's dripping, got the sauce, yeah, I'm dressed in it. Even though there's talent on the team, I'm the best with it. Pressed with it, sticking out my chest with it, yeah. Whoa. Whoa, that's crazy. Your friend's ghost, call them all Pat Swayze. Whoa, whoa, mind wavy, squad vibes like Jay-Z.